I wish I could see better that way.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's why
it's cold in here.
A very pleasant good evening to you, wherever you may be. Vince Scully used to say so eloquently. And a very pleasant evening it is here tonight, especially when compared to the past few weeks when the heat was on. It's Thursday night high school football, which is not the norm, but there is a shortage of high school officials. So here we are, the second of 3 consecutive home games. I'm Doug Thompson, along with Sheree Durant, our special guest color commentator for the evening. And Sheree, good to have you here.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
Now, you've been here at Shafter High now this is your 9th year.
This is my 9th year.
And you coach softball, you teach math.
Yep.
And that's really good because we do have a large number of on-staff coaches, don't we?
We do. I would maybe take a guess that we're maybe one of the most on-staff coaches, if not top 3 in the Kern High School District.
Yeah, that's really good for these kids because all you coaches do talk back and forth, and
Oh, yeah.
and I'm sure that has an effect on how well they can perform not only in the classroom but around campus, around town.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to have that accountability, not only with their coaches, but with teachers that know who they are and staff members that know who they are as well.
Yeah, that's so important. Last week was our inaugural beginnings of live streaming via HQ And I know our kids are very anxious to present week 2 and continue to make the improvements. Hats off to our kids and kudos to these students for making all of this possible.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a very high-tech job they're doing. It's impressive.
Yeah, it is. They do a really fine job. For those of you who are old enough to remember, it was about 50 years ago tonight, September 15th, 1972, that the House of David began. That would be David Nash at quarterback, David Thompson at fullback, and David Turner at tailback. Nash went on to play quarterback at Bakersfield College and then play baseball at Laverne. David Thompson went on have a 4-year career at the University of New Mexico as a linebacker, and I believe still holds the record for most tackles in a season. And then David Turner went on to Bakersfield College, then San Diego State, and played 5 years in the NFL. People might sometimes, when you hear the term House of David, think of biblical, and
Sure.
It was very special. It was pretty magical, and what's really interesting and fun about small town schools in the Valley, you get those stories. Well, here we have a quarterback named of Ezekiel. Who knows, maybe 50 years from now they'll be talking about the book of Ezekiel and what kind of magic he can perform.
There you go. I wasn't here during that time, so I didn't get to enjoy that. But hey, let's start another chapter in that book. I like that.
Yeah, it could be. And who would have thought, again, going back 50 years with David Turner, he's from Button Willow, one of many outstanding players to come from Button Willow, be part of the House of David. And here we are 50 years to the night. We have another Button Willow connection, head coach Gerald Perucci. His father and his mom and dad are from the Buttonwillow area, and so again, it's always fun for these small schools that have all these connections and these stories. And hopefully tonight, Shafter can continue to create a good story.
You know, that's one of the best things about Shafter. You got the community and all these traditions, and everything just cyclical. It comes right back around. I love it.
Yeah, you're right. And not just Shafter, but in Kern County. And I'll use you as an example. Your dad was he's a football coach. He coached at West High School, I believe.
Yep, that's where he started.
Yeah. And Sharea's dad's Jay Durant. And so, you know, you've got some sporting background going through your veins. And
yeah, a little bit. He, got recruited to teach, and he was coaching football. Started in Ridgecrest, and then came to Bakersfield. Started in West in the 90s. Went on to Ridgeview, and then to BHS, where they won, I think, 2 Valley championships and a state championship in there as well, right there in the 2013, 2012, somewhere in there. And then now he's over at Garces, and so football has been a part of my life since I can remember with my dad. Yeah,
that's good. That's, again, you know, you go back, even though Bakersfield has surely grown in the last 20, 30 years, Kern County does still have that family feeling because of so many families do stay around and just keep carrying on that tradition.
Absolutely. I mean, when I first came here, I had a couple people, including you, go, "Oh my gosh, you're Jay Durant's kid?" And same thing with him. He said, "Oh, you go tell Doug hi for me." So already some connections there, which was really cool.
Yeah, it makes it fun. Well, last week, we had weather conditions, and it was kind of a on again, off again in terms of the excitement. I thought our kids did a pretty good job tonight. Facing Cesar Chavez, they come in at 2-2, and they're another run-heavy team. They have a couple of running backs that are dangerous. I was talking to Coach Perucci, and he said that the big concern tonight will be, can they stop their running game? They're led by quarterback Santana Morales, a 5'10" junior. Their main running back is Israel Gonzalez, a 5'7" senior, and he's averaging almost 7.5 yards per carry. So that proves to be a challenge for tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
They also have a number 28, Israel Gonzalez, a 5'7" senior. He's averaging, that was number 28. Number 6, Nathan Fernandez, a 5'7" junior, averaging almost 11 yards a carry. He's got some quick feet, and Coach Perucci was concerned that if they get to that second level for the linebackers and to the defensive secondary, that this kid could cause some trouble. They look to hit number 20 and 21, Randy Laura and Julia Ochoa, and so they're a well-balanced team. They beat Highland and beat Arvin, and they lost to Campo Verde, and they lost to Menachie. So we'll see if the Generals can keep their 4-0 record intact tonight as they go against the 2-2 Cesar Chavez. What do you expect to see tonight, Sharia?
You know, I teach mostly freshman classes, so I got a lot of freshmen. I don't get to see a ton of the varsity guys, but as you know, there's a couple freshmen on varsity that do play. So kind of talking to them, they're confident and saying, this is going to be one of the best teams that they see. They know that, but they feel ready. So I'm excited to see this game. I think it's going to be a great challenge and see how our Generals do.
It's interesting that you say the freshman. We mentioned Ezekiel. Well, Ezekiel Osborne, the 6'2" freshman at quarterback, he's had a good start this year, 37 out of 60 for 643 yards with 6 touchdowns. The running is being led by Koa Rhodes. He had a bum knee and he's been out for a couple of games, but he's leading the Generals at 365 yards. Chris Espinoza close behind at 206. And Rafael Roman Amador filled in very nicely last week. And, even Osborne's not afraid to put the ball down and run it when he has to. Receiving, last week, Jesse Bernal, number 6, really showed that he is extremely dangerous every time he touches the ball. He's quick, very elusive. And another freshman that you might have in your class, Marion Sloan, he has good speed. Not only, sometimes you call it good track speed, but also very good football speed. And then number 22, J.J. Vasquez. I like to call these boys the tanks, the line, because we've got some tanks up there, and they do an outstanding job. So right now we'll break as they get ready for the national anthem.
Thank you, Shafter High Generals Band. Officiating tonight's game are going to be referee Joe Saldivar, umpire Bob Williams, head linesman Jacob Barkin, line judge Andrew.
Okay, here we go, getting ready soon for the kickoff.
Back judge Sean Ziegler and boxman Ryan Hernandez.
Looks like Shafter will be kicking off. Deep for Chavez.
Looks like we got number 21 and maybe number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3 or number 2.
That'd be Joseph.
Number 2.
Number Joseph Garcia. Number 21, Julian Ochoa. Kicking off for Shafter will be number 4, Ernesto Guerrero. And we're underway. Fair catch by the upback. Number 13 for Chavez. Luis Alvarez. Chavez will take over 1st and 10. They're spotting the ball, looks like about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I would agree. Yep, right on that 30-yard line.
There's 28 in the background, Gonzalez. He carries the ball a lot.
Oh.
I tell you what, there we go. They had him for a loss, but Gonzalez, like Coach Perucci had indicated, he doesn't quit, spun around and turned a 3 or 4 yard loss into about a 7-yard gain.
He was eventually brought down by number 6, Jesse Bernal.
Number 6 brought him down for Shafter. Bernal.
Yeah, looks like he's going to be a pretty elusive back there. Can't lose those tackles when we get them.
There he goes again, this time brought down by number 56 and number 75 for Shafter.
Joel Gutierrez and Geronimo Ceja.
Ceja. I heard Ceja has a twin sister. Is he the one that has a twin sister?
I don't know.
I think he does. I heard she's a lot better looking. No gain. Third and 3, ball to 37. Just starting off here in the first quarter. There's a flag in the play. Looks like they got into the neutral zone.
Yeah.
Offside, Shafter.
Yep, that's going to be offsides, and that's going to be enough for a first down there.
It moves the ball to the 44 yard line of Cesar Chavez. First and 10. We've got 10:40 to go here in the first quarter. The game just underway. Once again, the ball to number 28 is brought down by number 3 for Shafter. That's Alex Aguirre. A very short gain of, what, yard and a half?
Yeah, very short. I think I saw 33 in there, too. That's another freshman right
Yes,
there, Nick Rossetti.
That's right. Yeah, he came in last week and did an outstanding job.
Excellent. Love to see it. Another kid I have in my class. Oh, drops back for the pass.
There we go. You call that a coverage sack. He looked down the field and apparently looked like the defensive back for Shafter, number 6, Bernal, tied up the receiver and the quarterback had nowhere to go. Great job by the line. Looks like number 75, is that Ceja again?
I believe so.
Now this time we had a loss. Now it's 3rd and 11. Big play for Shafter's defense right now. Let's see if they can get Chavez off the field.
Absolutely. 3rd and long right here. You want to hold them and get the ball on the offensive side for us here.
He's back to pass. Looking downfield. Out of bounds. Good pressure that time by the Generals. It looked like they had a little bit of a blitz on with Gary coming in, putting pressure on the quarterback. Forced to throw out of bounds. That was a nice defensive stand for the Generals, forcing a punt. 4th and 11, the ball at their 43-yard line.
Yeah, that was excellent. Look at the pass over on the right side, and I was watching number 6, Jesse Bernal there, and he had that guy completely covered, so I had to go to the guy on the outside and missed him out of bounds there.
Speaking of Bernal, he's deep.
Oh, short kick. I don't know if that one even went 15 yards there. This is going to be great field position for the Generals.
Yeah, outstanding. You know, you hate, no matter what side of the ball you're on, especially sitting up here, you want to see kids perform well, and you know that youngster didn't kick that ball on purpose. But if we're going to be biased, which we don't want to be, nice field position for the Generals. They start off at their own 45-yard line, 1st and 10.
I got to remember, I got to try and stay kind of down the middle.
Yes, we do, and we are. We want to see both teams play well. There's JJ in motion.
Pitch to number 11,
There's Cole Rhodes, number 11, on the carry.
It's going to be 2nd down and 8 to go.
He got to the outside, the small gain of a couple yards. Generals in a hurry-up offense. Have a trio of receivers down here on the near side, all very, very quick-footed. Freshman just slightly overthrowing Marion Sloan, number 2. I don't know. It looked like he might have slowed up just a little bit. I don't know if he got tangled up. I couldn't quite see, but just slightly overthrown. 3rd and 8. Complete to Koa. He just didn't quite. He made a couple good moves, but nice job by the defense number 9 for Chavez there to make sure that Koa couldn't get going. That was Adrian Rios. The Generals have to punt now. 4th and 11. The ball is right at their 44-yard line.
Looks like we got number 2 back for Chavez.
Yeah, that's Joseph Garcia. He's quick. He's another quick-footed runner. Punting for Shafter is Ernesto Guerrero, number 4. High punt. It's going to bounce. Nice kick.
Number 2 doesn't call for
he
a
picks
fair
it up.
catch, and yep.
Oh, my goodness. There he goes to the outside, down the left side. And some good blocking going on. What a nice return.
Absolutely.
About a 26, 27-yard return on about a 35-yard punt. It looked like for Shafter, number 77 was down there. That's Jeff Vanderpool, and the Chavez runner just got to run him real quick and made a nice return down the left side, putting Chavez in great position across midfield into general territory. 1st and 10 at the general 44-yard line. Right there, nice job by the interior line. Once again, Chavez pretty much staying as we thought, running the ball, number 28. And that's, again, Israel Gonzalez.
No gain on that play.
That's 2nd and 10, 6:50 in the first quarter. Oh, what an excellent effort, but the ball does fall incomplete.
My goodness, I thought he may have grabbed that one in for a second there.
Yeah, he made a nice turn. The corner for Shafter, he kind of stopped, and that can be dangerous. You know, that's one thing young corners do. They don't keep running and go to the ball at the highest point. They kind of stop and hesitate. But still, 3rd and 10. Yeah, back to pass. Same thing again this time. He makes the, oh no, in and out of the hands once again. Shafter very, very fortunate.
That was a great pass. That was right on the money.
That was right on the money. As number 5 for Shafter. And Shafter kind of got a little bit fortunate there, but that happens.
No, I don't have a number 5 on my roster.
No, we don't either.
We'll have to figure out who
We'll
that is.
get that maybe at the quarter. So 4th and 10, the ball is at the Shafter 44-yard line. This time a little better kick got away, but it's going to go, takes a nice bounce for Chavez. Goes out of bounds. They mark it coming up the sideline.
Walking up a lot more than I saw.
Yeah.
It's about the 20-yard line?
Yep, 19, 20-yard line Shafter. They'll take over 1st and 10 with 6:29 to go in the first quarter. Shafter 0 and Cesar Chavez 0. We hope maybe the second possession, you know, coaches are always making their adjustments, just like I'm sure you do in softball.
Absolutely.
So we'll see what we got going here. Pass was intended for J.J. Vasquez. He had a step on his defender, but the ball slightly overthrown. Ball's incomplete. Covering on the play was number 2, Joseph Garcia for Cedar Chavez. 2nd and 10. Kind of looked like that play was just didn't quite get it. Koa up the middle, and he's met quickly by number 52 for Chavez.
Looks like a loss of 3 or 4 yards there.
14 to go.
Yeah, Andres Rodriguez for Chavez on the stop. Yeah, he didn't quite get going. In fact, they gave him a 4-yard loss, 3rd and 14. This is not what Shafter wanted to be doing.
3rd and long. Let's see if they can convert here.
Here comes Koa to the outside, makes a nice cut up inside. He gained some good yardage back, but they're still going to be short. Nice carry for about a 7, 8-yard, 9-yard, a 10-yard gain, but still 4th and 4. The ball is just inside the 30, about the 28-yard line. Once again, Shafter's forced to punt. So right now, both defenses seem to be dictating the flow of play early on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to come down to who makes a first mistake and who gets, breaks through.
Ball's touched dead. Vanderpool at the 45-yard line of Chavez.
Stopped at the 45-yard line by number 76.
About a 25-yard kick. Chavez will take over 1st and 10 at their own 45. Right now, so far, Chavez is winning the battle of field position as they are starting closer and closer to midfield, if not beyond midfield. And that's going to be a nice test here for the Generals defense. Once again, there's a handoff, number 28 up the middle.
Met by a lot of blue jerseys there. Got a gain about 4.
Yeah, Gonzalez. He first initially hit by number 76 for Shafter.
Number 76.
Landon Monreal?
Yes.
Not sure if that's how you say his last
Monreal.
name. Monreal.
Monreal. They gave him 3.5, 4 yards. They'll call it 2nd and a long 6 or a short 7. 4:35 to go in the first quarter. Oh, we have flags. This one looks like the wide receiver jumped off.
Yeah, this might be a false start.
Oh,
here.
no.
Oh.
I'm surprised. Wait a second. Officials are going to talk. This is one thing good about officials now. They talk things over. One might see something, the other one didn't.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised if this doesn't get overturned to where it's a procedure against. There we go.
There it is.
Okay. Yeah, the whiteout jumped off. He moved before the ball was snapped. That's something. As a wide receiver, you don't want to do that because there's really no excuse. You can watch the ball.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, backs him up 5 yards. Now it's 2nd and 12. The ball is placed at the Cedar Chavez 43-yard line.
My dad's a defensive guy, and I always remember him saying, I never understand why offense jumps off the ball. They know it's the same. Defense, I get it. But always made me laugh because it's tough. You got to make sure you're on time there.
Yeah, I can tell you,
We got another flag
timeout.
here.
Where's our flag?
Looks like delay of game on Chavez.
Delay of game of
there.
Chavez. That's going back to what you're saying. I've heard some coaches, when their wide receivers jump off sides, get right in their face. Do you know what the attention span is of a 5-year-old? It's 10 seconds. Where does that put you? Here we go, 2nd and 12. He's back to pass, comes a rush.
Going to 21. Oh, my goodness. 21 was open.
He was
just
wide
missed
open.
him there.
Looked like there was a little bit of mixed coverage, but great pressure by number 75, that's Seha, and number 7 for Shafter was also in on, and that's
Jesus
Figueroa. Put pressure on the quarterback. From up here, it looked like it was a good thing he couldn't put his foot into it because he was throwing off his back foot, and because their receiver was wide open. That was number 21, Julian Ochoa. We talked earlier about that's one of his favorite receivers. We have a timeout on the field right now with 3:58 to go in the first quarter. You know, for those of you who might not know, we talked a little bit about this last week, that the all-time winning coach at Shafter was Dan Bledsoe, and he has 75 victories. Well, last week, Coach Perucci, with the win over Orosi, moved into second place all-time.
Wow.
And I know he doesn't really care about that, but it's a nice achievement, and the fact he's done it in his 7th year of coaching is a testimony to the fine job he's done here at Shafter High.
Absolutely.
Here we go, 3rd and 17. The ball is at the 37, 38-yard line. He's back to pass. Looking deep again. Got a receiver number 10, just slightly overthrown. On the cover is J.J. Vasquez.
Just missed him again. You know, Shafter is covering well, but it seems Chavez on those last 2 plays had a couple steps on Shafter, but couldn't quite make the connection there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm sitting up here, and it's making me nervous. Watch that, because you're right.
Absolutely.
6 inches shorter.
Oh, yeah, here comes the replay.
Once again, the punt, about a 23-yard punt goes out of bounds. Shafter, they're going to start with close to their best field position of the evening. They're starting at near their 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's hope that they can put something together on this drive. Right now, both defenses are playing pretty well. I think Shafter's secondary has gotten a little lucky, but, you know, it's high school football. What do you expect? Osborne gets up the middle. Yep, that's Koa up the middle. It's a modest 2.5, 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7, but it is positive yards.
You know, both teams will look, you know, pretty similar. They're doing well on the line and on both sides. We've had some coverage in the backfield where the other team gets beat, but we're just missing the pass.
Once again, Koa to the right side, off right tackle, makes a nice move, nice run. Good block by there by number 55 for Shafter. Yeah, 2 carries for an 8.5, 9-yard gain. It's 3rd and a long one, short 2. The ball is at the 44-yard line.
Sure, Shafter is looking to convert this, keep their defense off the field for a minute.
Yeah, you're right. This is big. Once again, Koa up the middle, drags.
Wow.
Oh, but I tell you what.
Doesn't make it.
He's going to be short. Nice job by number 33 and number 3 for Chavez. They were right there to stop Koa. It's almost as if they knew the play was coming. 33 for Chavez. That's Moises Moreno. Number 3 is Gavin Contreras. It's 4th and 1.
Looks like Shafter's keeping their offense out there. Let's see what they do here.
I think Perucci's going to challenge the Lions, saying, come on, boys, get us a yard.
Oh, quarterback keeps it.
Oh, I think he's going to be short. It looks like a nice job by number 51 on defense, Jonathan Garcia. Osborne was just a little short by about a half a yard. So they turn over on downs. The ball is just inside the Shafter 45-yard line. Gutsy call, but you know what? I like it. Early in the game, challenge your kids. Come on, guys. We can go 3.5 feet.
Yeah, and you're trying to get that momentum swing as well. That's huge.
Yes. Once again, number 28, still moving his feet. Nice job. Gang right there. Number 75, Seha. Number 24 for Shafter. Rafael Romanag Almador in the tackle. Number 56 was also in on the tackle for Shafter. Joe Gutierrez.
1 yard loss. It's going to be second down and 11 to go.
1 yard loss on the carry there by number 28.
Both defensive lines are holding that run game really well.
Little play action this time. This time he connected the outside, number 21. That's Ochoa, I believe. Covered by number 2.
Like a gain of about 5, but with the loss of yardage, looking like we got a 3rd and 6 or 7 there.
Yeah, we got about 3rd and 6.
Picked up a couple of yards on that. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 to go from the 41-yard line.
Once again, this could be telltale for both teams as the Shafter defense needs to get a stop here. And if Chavez wants to make a statement, they need to get a 1st down.
Quarterback rolls to his
rolls
left. Oh, no.
They're going to call pass interference.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. I mean, I wish we could see a replay on the big screen. There was contact.
There
but
was.
It looked like the receiver slipped and the defender was going for the ball. But they're going to call pass interference. They do it almost every time at this level. It's unfortunate. But that's what you get. You know, it happens. That's a 15-yard penalty. 1st down. Chavez has made the first down of the game offensively.
Yeah.
And they move the ball now. They're getting inside what they call the old proverbial red zone inside the 20. The ball is at the 26, 1st and 10. As Mr. Gonzalez hit immediately to a Shafter defensive line. Right there, number 24 for Shafter did a nice job coming in. And he really laid the wood to number 28 there, Gonzalez.
And again, that's Rafael
Almador. He really got in there quick and then initially hit number 28 for Chavez and then followed up nicely by the Shafter defenders. 2nd and 10. Looking at the pass, going deep again. This time there is a touchdown catch. Very nice catch. Number 10 on the receiving. That's Ryan Reese. We talked about him being one of his favorite receivers. And J.J. Vasquez on the coverage. All you can say is that was a very nice pass completion. Touchdown.
That was a great pass. Dropped it right in there in the end zone and connected for the first touchdown of the night.
Number 6 for Chavez for the point after touchdown. That's Nathan Fernandez. Kick got away. It's good. So with 23 seconds left in the first quarter, Chavez 7, the Generals nothing.
23 seconds left.
That was a big. The pass interference was a big part of that drive.
Absolutely.
And instead of having a pass interception, pass interference, there was contact. They'll make that call every time. And again, give Chavez credit. They came right back again. And like you've pointed out, our secondary has been there, but not really in great position all the time. And Chavez took advantage of it and scored the opening touchdown.
Yeah, that time they connected, and we'll see if Shafter can come back and maybe connect on some of those passes or whatever adjustments they make. But wow, what a great pass again and catch down there. That was beautifully placed.
Yes, it was. Once again, we have J.J. Vasquez, number 22, and number 6, Jesse Bernal. Waiting for the kickoff. You can see how they huddle up there. Sometimes they'll run up and kick an onside kick. It's just a little wrinkle the other team has to prepare for rather than just lining up for the old traditional kickoff. There comes JJ up the middle. See if he can get a couple of blocks. Nope, he gets taken down immediately about the 25-yard line. Like he was brought down by number 5 for Chavez. That is Leo Avila. So Generals take over 1st and 10 at about the 25-yard line. And there's 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Big series for the Generals.
Bounce back to pass. Through the hands of number 22 there.
Yep. J.J. Vasquez went through his hands to the outside. Right now, Shafter's only completed, one pass, and that was for negative yards. 2nd and 10, 14 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Osborne rolling out to his left, and he's hit. A drop for a loss. Number 3 drops it back for a 5 or 6 yard loss. And there's the end of the first quarter. That was Gavin Contreras on the tackle. Looks like there's a loss to say, my inside the 20. When we resume play here, as they switch sides, it'd be like 3rd and maybe 17, 18.
Yeah, then, that's tough. You don't want to be in a position where you're 3rd and long. And I didn't quite see it. I didn't know if he had time to get rid of it or just got met with a swarm of white jerseys there.
Now, it looked like Contreras had a nice angle on him and didn't let Osborne get to the outside, get his shoulder square to make that throw. This is going to be a good test. Coach Perucci had talked earlier this week that he knew that Chavez was going to be one of their tougher games this year, and here we're starting off the first game of the SSL. And Shafter has a pretty young squad, like you mentioned earlier. He has a lot of sophomores and freshmen playing, and so it'll be interesting to see how the kids respond. And if they can move the ball down the field. They've got themselves in a pretty precarious situation here. 3rd and 18, the ball's at the 17. Perhaps he can hit one of his receivers. But if I'm Chavez, they might just bring the house. Here they come.
There's
the ball down.
6.
Caught number 6. What a great catch. Oh, my gosh. What a great catch. What a great throw. And we're expecting the blitz, and they sure did blitz, but that was just a nice toss. And I tell you what, that number 6, that's Jesse Bernal. He makes things happen. He went up and nice pass, nice catch. 1st and 10 for the Generals.
Great connection there. They needed that momentum shift, a gain of about 30-plus yards there.
1st and 10, the ball is inside. And we have a
Looks
timeout in the field. Looks like we're having some chain gang issues, perhaps.
We got a flag on the field here. I think we got offsides.
Yes, we do. Offsides. Good call there, Sheree. That's why we have you up here.
I didn't catch who jumped, what number it was, but looks like they barely passed that line of scrimmage, and the line judge threw that flag out quick.
Okay, 1st and 5, ball at the 40. There's Koa up the middle.
Oh,
there he goes with a nice run. If Koa gets going, he'll be hard to stop. He's going to go. He's coasting in for a touchdown for the Generals. Right there is what we were talking about. If they were going to be able to respond, they responded nicely. Great catch by Bernal. Nice run by Koa. Good job by the Tanks up front.
What a great series. I mean, you go back 3rd and long, make that great pass, get that penalty there, and my gosh, that line put together a nice hole, and Koa took advantage, and once he was gone, there was no coming back there.
Yeah, it was a nice touchdown run by Koa. It's Guerrero ready for the kick. Had a little trouble last week with some of our kicks. Not tonight. Another flag on the play, perhaps. dead ball procedure against Shafter. I'll back it up 5 yards. The kick was good, and he darn near hit the scoreboard. So this should just be another walk in the park.
Absolutely, and I know Coach Perucci was kind of excited. Our kicker is an actual kicker.
Yeah. Now, does he? Because I don't know. Does he play soccer?
He does. He plays soccer.
See, there you go, Coach Maldonado. That one, boy, just snuck through the uprights. But you know what?
My goodness.
You get through the uprights. You get through the uprights. A point is a point. So here we go with 11:28 left in the first half. Shafter 7, Chavez 7. That was a nice, like you were talking, Coach, that was a really nice little drive. They go something like 82 yards in 2 plays and a penalty.
Yeah, and that pass and catch combo was huge. I mean, you could feel the stadium get excited there, and that momentum shift, you got to take advantage of that. So hopefully the defense here can make a good stand after this kick here.
Yeah, it's always good when you see, again, like we're talking, how will these young kids respond?
Yeah.
And we've had our kids open, we just didn't get the ball to them, and who knows, we might see a turnaround here where this game turns into an old shootout.
Absolutely. I mean, if both defensive lines keep playing the way they're playing, that's what this game's going to come down to, is errors in the backfield and plays made.
Ball on the ground, number 21. Ochoa has it. Going to the right side. He got a couple good blocks, cut to the middle. Brought down hard by number 10, just outside the 20-yard line. That's Joel Garza.
Yes.
Joel Garza, nice tackle there. Looked like Ochoa was going to have room to run, but he got just outside the 20. Looks like they're going to spot it at about the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, 11:21. Shafter calls a timeout. I'm sure, no doubt, the defensive coaches are talking to the boys, reminding them, don't get lazy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the last thing you want to see is one of their running backs break through and gain some yards. But now that they've connected on a great pass there, we got to make sure those defensive players stay with them, step there.
Yeah, it does appear that Shafter has kind of put a crimp on Chavez's running game. Their running back, number 28, Israel Gonzalez, really hasn't had a chance to get going to that second and third level, but now the quarterback has made some good throws, and they seem to have exposed the weakness in the secondary. There's Gonzalez up the middle for a short gain. I saw Seha jump on his back. And come at the bottom of the pile, number 56 for Shafter. Again, Joel Gutierrez. So, like you're talking about, that defensive line, they did a good job there, helping to a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9. The ball is at about the 23-yard line of Shafter. In fact, this is Chavez's worst field position of the evening.
Yeah, absolutely. So if Shafter can hold them here, that's going to be a win for their defense.
There's Ochoa on a
Looks like we got a
sweep.
flag,
There's a flag.
on the play.
Where it was thrown and how it was thrown, I'm going to guess it was holding.
Yeah, it looks like that backfield referee threw that.
That was Ochoa on a fly, they call it a fly sweep. Here comes the call. Holding is the call against Chavez. He had about a 4 or 5 yard gain. Well, that call will negate that, move the ball back 10 yards. And now it's 2nd and 20 or 19. Spot of the foul. you got to be if you're Shafter, you've got to be thinking pass.
Absolutely, on a 2nd and long here.
Here comes back to pass, comes the pressure. Tell you what, great pressure that time by number 7. He really was bringing it. That's Jesus Figueroa. Really brought down the heat on the quarterback, forced him to throw the ball on the run, out of bounds, incomplete. So it brings up 3rd and 18.
Yeah, really great job by the quarterback. Way to get it out of his hand. You don't want to take that loss. But again, still going to be 3rd and long shot here.
You know, this is sometimes too where when they've got a good runner like Israel, number 28, got to be thinking maybe a draw or screen. You know, just get him the ball because he's been their main offensive weapon this year.
Yeah.
Quarterback being pressured. What a nice hit. Good job, number 3. There's your boy again, Alex Aguirre. He just brought the wood to the.
You know, I know Nick Aguirre pretty well. I don't know Alex, but I do believe this is maybe a first game back or second game back. He was injured there for a while, so.
He had the Achilles. Yes, he has strained Achilles, and it's good to see him back. And man, what a nice job. That was a 7-yard loss. It's 4th and 25. The ball's at the 10. Shafter coming for a block. Again, the punt, not a very long punt, out of bounds. It's still inside the Chavez side of the 50. Shafter will have their best field position of the night at about the 43-yard line, perhaps. First and 10. There's 9:19 to go in the second quarter. I'd like to remind our fans out there that at halftime we're going to be talking with Mr. Gary Kern about some of the history in the past of Shafter High School and the football particularly. Number 10 up the middle, nice little quick hitter.
Joel Garza there.
Joel Garza.
It's like a gain of about 4 or 5 there.
Yeah, they're going to give him a gain of 4 yards.
Okay.
2nd and 6. The ball is just inside the 40, about the 39-yard line. Once again, there's guards up the middle. This time he's hit very quickly by number 6 for Chavez. That's Nathan Fernandez. He picks up a couple of yards. It's still going to be, they gave him a yard. And now it's going to be 3rd and a long 5 or short 6. Saw Koa on the sideline, but how he's up, I don't know, maybe just give him a rest because he's been. Osborne back to pass, plenty of time, looking deep. This ball is nearly intercepted.
Looks like we got a flag on the play here.
There was a flag down the play. Like Jesse Bernal had a step.
Chavez brought great pressure, though. That pocket started to collapse, and Ezekiel had to get rid of the ball there.
Yeah, he did. Still trying to figure it out. Personal foul against Cesar Chavez.
Well, that looks like a personal foul against the Titans. First down, Shafter.
Well, that's surely going to give enough for a first down for Shafter.
Yeah, it does. And, I mean, it's first and 10. The ball, there was something going across the middle. Perhaps one of the defensive backs knocked the receiver off. You can't do that. Back in the day you could, but not anymore. The ball is about the 23-yard line of Chavez, 1st and 10. They're waiting for the chains to be placed, and here we go. Another flag. I tell you what, Osborne's doing a good job with a hard count. Shafter line doing a better job of not moving. That's the second time they've enticed Chavez to move off sides. That's a quick 5 yards. 1st and 5. The ball now inside the 20. Let's see if the Generals can capitalize and get that ball in the end zone. Garza, number 10, is still in the backfield. They give this to Garza. Keeps his feet moving. That's a really nice job. He hesitated and found that crease there on the right side with that lead option. And he just found the crease, kept his feet moving, and got a nice one gain. In fact, they're going to give him a little over 5 yards. Good enough for a first down.
And that's huge. You always got to keep your feet moving. Continue that play on. Get a couple extra yards there, and enough for a fresh set of downs.
Ball at the 18, 1st and 10. Clock is moving, 7:44 and counting. Oh, a little mix-up there. There was a fumble on the play. Looks like the exchange was a fumble, and Chavez recovered.
Well, that's a big play for Chavez, especially after those penalties. And, yeah, not sure if Ezekiel was going to change his mind or
it looked like they had an option perhaps,
yeah.
And it just, you just never know what happens.
That's
fumble.
Tough. Yeah. You
tough.
got to make that decision really quick and can't change your mind.
No. Tough break for the Generals. Nice job for Chavez to be on the spot. 1st and 10 for Chavez. The ball is at the 14-yard line. 7:30 to go in the first half. Israel gets the ball. Gonzalez off the left side. Keeps his feet moving the pile. Nice job of running. He now brought down by number 24 for Shafter. That's Rafael Roman Amador, but not before he gains 5 hard-earned yards. It's the official's timeout as we have a player down for Chavez. Looks like it might be their running back, Israel Gonzalez. We hope not. Looks like the way they're moving his foot might be a cramp.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Which is kind of odd because it's not that hot tonight. We finally feels like fall in the air.
Right? Yeah, it's nice.
You know, you go back 15, 20 years ago, they were starting the season now in the middle of September.
Oh.
But now with school starting early, it's but here we are, week 5.
Yeah. Well, now you've got.
Yeah, that was Israel Gonzalez. He looks like he's okay. He'll have to go out for at least one play. That was a very nice run. He just kept his feet going, and finally, Rafael Roman Amador rode him down. But still a pickup of 6 yards, 2nd and 4. Clock is moving, 7:10 and counting. There's Ochoa again on the sweep. This time the Generals are waiting for him. Nice job out there on the left side and defensive. Like number 7 for Shafter's out there, Jesus Figueroa, stayed at home. A small pickup of about 1.5 yards. They're going to say it's 3rd and 3. The ball is at the 21-yard line. This is big down for both teams. Shafter can hold them here. They get an opportunity to get another drive going before the half ends.
And, Chavez wants to keep this going after that fumble recovery.
Right there is number 6 up the middle. I think Shafter stopped. It's going to be close. All depends on the spot. Nope.
Oh, they
give him the 3.5 yards.
Yep.
That was I tell you what, just a nice run. That's that Nathan Fernandez. He's their second leading ball carrier, and Shafter met him, but the young man kept his feet going like you talked about earlier for a nice gain of 3.5 yards, just enough for a first down. The ball is placed at the Shafter 24-yard line, 1st and 10, 5:50. There he is again, running the ball this time. He's met head-on, a small gain. That was Nathan Fernandez.
Ball carried by number
Looks like Seha, number 75, and number 76, Monreal Landon on the stop for the Generals. They give him 3 yards, 2nd and 7, the ball to the 27-yard line. This is where they're starting to move the ball a little bit, but you still have to be aware of that pass.
Absolutely. We can't. Shafter can't fall asleep on that. They need to be aware.
Here comes the sweep, a toss. This time he gets to the outside, makes a nice run, cut, good blocking. That looks like it was that.
Looks like they're going to bring the chains
Yep.
up and enough for a first down
That
there.
was number 28 back in the game. Their main ball carrier, Israel Gonzalez, got 7 yards, good enough for a first down. The ball is at the Chavez 35-yard line with 4:45 left in the second quarter. 1st and 10. The ball inside to Israel. He bounces it. This time he's going nowhere. There's our little freshman
There he is. There's Nick Rossetti.
Rossetti, nice job. He just found the open window like a linebacker should. Got to the backfield and wrapped him up. Didn't let him break away.
That's great to see from a freshman because, you know, you're young and making great plays like that kind of makes you excited for the future.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. These freshmen that they're playing with, these juniors and seniors, and they're a little nervous, but Rossetti's did a nice job last week. Nice job there. 2nd and 10. They held him to no gain at all. Let's get this time a fake pass. Get pressure, looking. Pass complete to number 10. Makes a nice move. Another, he breaks loose. He's on his way. It's a race to the end zone. Roman Amador has him and slams him down.
That's going to be another flag there.
Oh, my goodness. Then we have a flag in the play. That was a very nice run and catch.
We have 2 flags on the play. There was another one down the field here. Now, if we have a flag on Chavez and then Shafter, those 2 are going to negate each other, yes?
If it is on both teams, it'll be interesting to see. There's definitely they're gonna call necessary roughness or a personal foul on Rafael Roman Amador. Although he picked him up and body slammed him. It looks like they're gonna bring it back. Here comes the call. We got illegal block against Chavez, personal foul against Shafter. They offset. Good call there, coach. And you told me you didn't know anything about football. You're making your dad proud right now, I'm telling you.
Oh, I sure hope so. But yeah, that works out well for Shafter. But gotta clean up defensively there. Chavez had a nice play going.
Yeah, again, one of their top receivers coming in, that Ryan Reese, number 10. A nice pass, catch, and run. But
Let's replay 2nd down here.
2nd 11, or 2nd and 10. Israel Gonzalez is still in the backfield for Chavez. Back to pass, looking up, pressure coming. Seha.
75 right in there.
Yeah, Geronimo Seha is making himself well known in the backfield of Chavez tonight.
Absolutely, and that Chavez quarterback, he had no chance once 75 wrapped him up. That was going to be a loss immediately right there.
Yeah, you give him a 6-yard loss, 3rd and 16. The ball's down inside the Chavez 30. There's a timeout on the field with 2:50. The clock is still running. Looks like we might have to readjust the clock.
Well, another great play by the defensive lineman there on Shafter's side, and Chavez looking to convert a 3rd and long here.
Yeah, and that time, that was kind of a coverage sack. The quarterback looked like he wanted to throw. There was good coverage down the field that time, and that allowed Seha that extra half a second to wrap those big old paws around the quarterback and put him down. They did put about 10 seconds back on the clock. There's 3:06 left to go in the second quarter. It's good to see the communication from the field up here to the press box to make things right. You want the kids to decide the game, not an error either in the press box or down on the field with the officials. So good job communication there, guys.
I know if the refs don't catch it, surely Coach Perucci will let them know.
I'm sure he will. They spot the ball at the 30, so it's 3rd and 15. Once again, like all plays, these 3rd downs are critical. They're back to pass. Looking deep. That time, the pass was intended for number 21, Ochoa. Covering on the play was number 6. That's Jesse Bernal. Bernal had a nice position, had the receiver blocked off. There was some contact, but the receiver ran into Bernal. No flag. So, again, that's a nice job of defense for Shafter. 4th down and 14. The ball's at the 30. It'd be nice to see Bernal get to return a punt. Last week he returned one for a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. And we said earlier.
Oh, a nice kick this time. Bernal has it, and he's to the left side and swung it round. Brought down by number 28, Israel Gonzalez. Nice little 8-9 yard return.
Yep, looks like he got tripped up there about Shafter's 45. Looks like it's where they're going to spot the ball there. Still pretty good field position with 2 minutes and 51 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, well, the general showed they can score quickly. Let's see if they can move the ball down. Looks like Koa's in the backfield. They give the ball to Koa. Off the right side, cut back. He's tackled immediately after a 1 yard pickup by number 52 for Chavez. That's Andres Rodriguez. Brings up 2nd and 9. The ball is at the 47 yard line of. They'll give him a long 8 to go. This time he's faking, looking deep. Nice catch, Marion Sloan, the freshman, another one of our good freshmen. The kid's got good speed and it showed some very nice soft hands right there. What a nice pass.
Great pass, great catch.
About a 35-yard pickup for a 1st down. The ball is now inside the Chavez 20, 1st and 10.
Another great play that just makes you excited for the future of this team here with 2 freshmen connecting.
This time, there goes Koa up the middle. I tell you what.
Wow.
That was you had a little hesitation, just enough, and you had 2 great blocks right there. Matthew Cordova, number 52, number 55, Parker Valderrama. 2 great blocks, and Koa went right up the middle untouched. There we go. Shafter showing that they can score quickly, and they did. Nice pass play, good run by Koa. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
Yeah, that offensive line is creating some great holes for the running backs, and those running backs are trusting their linemen and finding those gaps.
Another nice kick through for the point after touchdown. So with 1:56, it took the Generals about a minute to go, 55 yards, and the score, Shafter 14, Chavez 7. We'd like to remind everybody that next week is homecoming. Shafter will have its 3rd consecutive home game as they host the Wildcats of Taft. Also for you out there in HQ TV land, The Shafter High class of 1972 is having their 50-year reunion. Check the, I believe they have a website on Facebook. And the class of 1977 is having their 45-year reunion. So lots happening here in Shafterville.
So the House of David is coming back.
Well, no, the House of David.
72?
Well, they were playing in 72.
Gotcha.
Nash and Thompson graduated in 73. Turner graduated in 74. And of that group, sadly, only Dave Thompson is still with us. Turner and Nash, unfortunately, both have passed away. Here comes the kickoff. When the right-hand side picked off number 2. Up to his left side. Makes a cut, gets a block. A nice tackle finally, but what a nice run by number 2 for Cesar Chavez. He kind of slipped through a couple would-be tacklers. It's Joseph Garcia.
Yeah, just went up the sideline there and almost got to the 45-yard line there.
Yeah, they're going to spot it, looks like at the 42.5, 43, 1st and 10. That's not what the coaches want to see. We just marched down, get a touchdown, and now we have Chavez with an outstanding kick return. Another good challenge for Shafter defense. 1:50 left in the first half.
Absolutely, and plenty time for Chavez to score. No need to rush here going into the half.
And Chavez has 2 timeouts left.
And there's a flag on the play there.
Like a delay of game. It is.
It is.
Looked like the quarterback and the running back were having a little confusion as to where to line up. Nice break for Shafter, tough break for Chavez. 1st and 15, moves the ball back inside the 40. Quarterback rolling out, looking deep. What a nice catch. Nice throw, but good coverage, but what a nice catch.
Yeah, it looked like there were two Shafter players on him, but great throw and a great catch there.
Yeah, Joseph Garcia has a nice soft touch. He went up between the 2 defenders. That's big. 1st and 10, moves the chains, move the ball down inside the 40-yard line of Shafter. Once again, quarterback rolling out, throwing back his body deep. Looks like he has a man, hits a helmet.
And a flag on the play again here.
That's interesting.
I'm not sure what this one's going to be.
Well, they're going to call pass interference. The ball hit the defender in the helmet. Well, ours are not to question, only just to report. That'll be an automatic first down, moves the ball. Here we have now Chavez is going to be the beneficiary of a big penalty after a nice catch. So now they're inside the Shafter 25-yard, or they put the ball at the 20.
Yeah, again, testing Shafter's defense here with 1:21 left.
And he's back to pass and looking. Here comes the rush. Now he steps up and runs. Wrapped up. Number 56. What a good job there. Did not quit on the play.
Joel Gutierrez.
Yep, Joel Gutierrez.
Oh,
no,
looks like
now
we've got some pushing here.
Extracurricular activities. There we go. Cooler heads prevail. This is what you don't want. You just can't have a penalty down here losing their cool. But they throw a flag. Okay, offsetting penalties, dead ball. The play will stand as is. If it's dead ball, they should not move the ball at all. The play should be where it was. And they do. Okay, they get it right. First down. There was a loss on the play. Looked like their quarterback was just getting ready to take off. Santana Morales. And good job by the defense.
So looking about 2nd and 12 to go.
2nd and 12,
here.
yep. Ball's at 22 and a half. Once again, he's back to pass. looking down the middle, has a man. He catches the ball. Number 9. Oh, number 3.
Calling
Once again.
him down. Looks about maybe
Gavin
3 yards
Contreras.
short.
He's short of the goal line, but it's first and goal.
Timeout called here. Chavez is going to take a timeout, kind of gather. I mean, you're in the red zone now. You want to try and punch it in with this 42 seconds left.
Yep, first and goal. The ball is inside the 10s, probably around the 6-yard line, 7-yard line. You know, Chavez did a nice job moving the ball down the field with the help. You know, there was a penalty, two nice pass receptions.
Yeah, and Chavez going to the pass now with their run game being stopped, and it's proven to work out for them.
Yeah, with a full new set of downs, Chavez has, I think, 1 timeout left. Here we go, first and goal. With the quarterback, it's number 2, fumble the play.
Ball.
They're going with the Wildcat at number 2, who's Joseph Garcia, one of their running backs. But there was a fumble on the play, and Garcia recovered his own fumble, but the ball did get bounced back to about the 10, 11-yard line. Chavez calls a timeout, and I believe that's their last timeout. There's 37 seconds.
Definitely not what you want to have happen there in the red zone, but Shafter's got to be excited about that.
Yeah, I don't know much about their kicking game, just watching their kickoffs and stuff. I can't think that they'd go for a field goal, they being Chavez.
Right.
I'm sure right now, if the timeout situation is correct, you wonder if they will go to the running game, or they're going to look to pass the ball, thinking that if it goes incomplete, the clock will stop.
Absolutely. And with that loss of yards, they have a little bit more room there to work with the passing game.
Here we go, second and goal. The ball just outside the 10-yard line. Santana's back. Morales is back. Garcia, excuse me. There's a pass almost picked off by Marion. Number 2, the freshman, Marion Sloan, nearly picks it off.
Another great play by the freshman there.
Yeah, Santana Morales was looking to the left corner, and I think he underestimated the jumping ability of Sloan. He's a good athlete. I understand he's an outstanding athlete.
Great kid in the classroom as well. I have him in my first period algebra class, and he gets his stuff done, and just a great kid to chat with in class.
Here we go, third and goal. Quarterback rolling out. Under pressure, the ball is knocked down. Nice job there, number 7. There he is, Jesus Figueroa. He's been on many defensive plays.
Yeah, and 75 there, Geronimo Ceja. He is all over the place tonight.
Yeah, Ceja's a big kid, but he moves quite well.
Yeah, very athletic. All right, fourth down here. This is a big play for both sides.
Yep, and like we talked about, I did not think they were going to kick it. Oh, they did have 1 timeout left. So they called their last timeout. There's 29 seconds to go. Fourth and goal. The ball is just outside the 10-yard line.
You know both teams want to make this play here. I mean, Chavez wants to go in with a touchdown. Obviously going into the half, get that momentum swing. Shafter wants to make the stop, and they do get the ball back after the half. So this would be big if they get a stop and get the ball back at the half there.
That's an excellent point there, Coach. You know, you couldn't say it any better.
Thanks. Yeah, if anybody wants to sign me on and hire me, feel free.
Well, you have a job already.
Yeah, you know, maybe a little extra.
Okay. Okay, here we go. He's got one of his top receivers, number 10, up to the right side. You've got to be aware of him. That's Reese.
Interesting formation
You've
on
got
the left
four-
here.
Looking for Reese. Here comes quarterback rolling out. He's not going to make it.
What a great play.
I tell you what, that was a nice job. Number 56 for Shafter was out there creating pressure. That's Joel Gutierrez. And also Alex Aguirre, number 3, was out there as well. They're pretty excited. That was a really nice job of the Shafter defense.
That's a great stop for the defense there.
Yeah, 21 seconds. Be interesting to see, will Coach Prucci just take a knee, get out of here with a 7-point lead? You don't want to do anything that will give Chavez an unexpected jump in their momentum.
Right.
Timeout called by Shafter.
Oh, man, you don't want to see that timeout called already. They had 2 in their pocket and had to take a timeout right away. So now you got to think that's going to change things with only one more timeout and this far down the field.
Yeah, you know, we talked a little bit last week about these young kids I hear. They're, 15, 16, 17-year-olds, and they don't want to make mistakes. They don't do it on purpose, but they are young kids, and they will make mistakes. And, it looked like we might have had somebody not in the right spot. But that's the neat thing about sport. You get the opportunities, learn from your mistakes, and it really does build character for after high school.
Absolutely.
Here we go, 1st and 10, the ball at the 5-yard line. And the ball off, number 10 has the ball. And that will probably be, that's Koa, number 11. That will probably be the last play of the half, and looks like both teams are getting ready to exit the field. So once again, we're having Gary Kern will be up here at halftime as our halftime guest. So here we go at halftime. Shafter is up 14-7 over Chavez. It's actually been a pretty good half, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that was a great half of football. Great defensive plays from both sides, and really just coming down to that passing game, connecting, and coming down to mistakes and those flags there.
Yeah, both schools had a couple of timely penalties that didn't fare well for their defenses. Shafter was able to take advantage of it. Unfortunately, Shafter's defense was able to stop Chavez there late in the second quarter before the half. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments are made. Shafter was able to stop the running game for the most part. But Chavez came into tonight with not much of a passing game, but they've shown that they can pass the ball. The receivers catch the ball and they run well.
Yeah, they've connected on those passes and made some great plays. And it looks like our guest is here, Mr. Gary Kern. I will hand the headphones off to him for this halftime interview.
Yes, you do.
They will be presenting the first movement of their show, competition show.
Gary Kern, it's good to have you up here with us in the booth.
My pleasure.
So you've been around Shafter football for a long time.
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
really my whole life.
Yeah, I know that. You graduated from Shafter High in 1967.
Yes, I did.
Do you remember what was your first football game you saw as a youngster?
The one I remember going to was my brother took me to the championship game against Sanger here in 55. And I would have been right at 6 years of age or 5. The first game I really remember watching was in 1957 when Shafter played Garces here. And Garces had Jackrabbit Joe Hernandez and Shafter had Herman Endzone Jones, and it was the big duel.
Yeah, that's really interesting. That's good. Sit over here. So we hopefully get the camera on you when you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What I'd like to talk to you about with your knowledge, because you have been around. You attended Shafter High, and you went away to the dark side for a while, but then you came back. When did you return to Shafter and start teaching and coaching here?
1980.
Okay. And you retired in 2013.
13.
So that's 33 years at Shafter.
Yes.
That's outstanding. What are, for those of you who don't know, when Shafter first opened up, their football field was right next to just outside, just in the east side of the old gym.
That's correct.
And that's basically where they have the dean's office and the art room today.
Yes, that's correct.
And then they moved it to the current location in in the late mid-50s?
I'm not positive, but I think it was 1954.
Okay.
It's 53 or 54.
Okay, and that's when Bledsoe was coaching still.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you know that Perucci just passed one of your dearest friends, Jan Stubbe, as second on the all-time win list behind Coach Bledsoe.
Yes.
So what do you think of the new facilities, how it turned out?
Oh, it's unbelievable, that track and the scoreboard and the field. It's just all so nice. It's hard to believe that it's in Shafter, but it's really nice.
Yeah, even back when you were teaching, when Sandoval, Patino, and Davis were the administrative trio, they were talking about redoing the stadium. There was always talk about redoing the stadium and having an all-weather track, and now it finally happened. And how about all the technology, the scoreboard?
The scoreboard's unbelievable, and we haven't seen all that it can do yet.
I think they're still learning how to use it.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay. We talked earlier tonight about it was 50 years ago tonight, September 15th, 1972, the House of David started.
Their debut.
Yep, David Nash, David Turner, and David Thompson. And I don't know where you were then, but I know you know the story. Those three, along with Coach Merv Houston, they had an outstanding team. What are some other teams that you recall that were some of the better teams that Shafter has fielded over the years?
Well, the two, I didn't see them personally. I was too young, but the 49 and the 50 team. The 49 team won the Valley, and most of the people were returning in 50. 50, they went undefeated. However, they had a tie with Corcoran, and then they had a coin flip to see who goes to the playoff. Corcoran won the coin flip. Corcoran won the Valley. So those were two teams. The 55 team won the Valley Championship. The 62 season, the class of 63, 9-0. They gave up 37 points. I think they gave up 6 touchdowns all year. Only one team scored. I think Garcia scored twice on them. Then the team with the House of David, they went to the Valley Finals twice. They didn't win, but they were great teams. And then the 84 team at Shafter, the 83 team at Shafter were really good. Neither one of them won the Valley, but they were both very good teams.
Yeah, and that's why it's good that you've seen almost all of that, because and most people that know Gary Kern know that you truly have Shafter blue and gold in your veins, and the students have always appreciated what you do for them around campus, and you've been very active when it comes to promoting our kids through sport. When you look back at the different guys that have played football here at Shafter, you've seen some good ones.
Oh, gosh.
And I know that when I say this name, it's so dear to your heart, Jan Stubbe. You two were such close friends.
Yeah, very close friends.
And you were the only guy to beat him in basketball there at the Richland basketball courts. But he was an outstanding football player. And when he went to college, after BC, Bakersfield College, he went to Colorado State, and he was one of the top 10 in the nation for total offense, wasn't he?
In passing yardage, yes, he was.
Yeah, and that's pretty good.
It was pretty good. Yeah, it was.
And we've had some. We had Ricky Swan. He went to Bakersfield College and then went to Miami of Ohio. Brian Nixon was a good quarterback here, and he played quarterback at Montana State. Correct?
Yes.
And
correct.
now, of course, he's a head coach there at Liberty and doing a fine job. You were coaching when Peterson was playing?
Scott Peterson, yes. I had him on the Frost-Off and on the varsity. And then Scott went on to BYU, not as a quarterback, but as a defensive back and punter.
Yeah.
Outstanding athlete.
Yes, he was a WAC champion in the decathlon 2 years in a row.
That's what kind of athlete he was.
Yeah. And Kevin Richardson, he was – people don't understand what a great athlete he was.
Kevin was – I had him on the Frost-Off. Then we both moved to the varsity. Kevin missed one practice in 4 years, and he was really sick. He's the most dedicated athlete and just a hard worker and great leader. And, and then he played at Stanford.
Yeah, and
started at Stanford.
Yeah, he earned 11 varsity letters high school here at Shafter. 4 varsity in basketball.
Yeah, he was
4 varsity in track and 3 in football. And I think that's, but back then the way with the age and how that's probably the max you could earn. Who are some other people that are so well? When you said back in the 50s, you look at guys like Ed Ellis.
Went to Arizona State.
Yeah, in fact, him and Jesse Bradford. This is something that people don't understand about the neat thing about Shafter is that I was just told our camera's not working here very well. We'll try it out again. Anyway, they were recruited by a guy named Tom Fletcher, who was coaching at Arizona State. Tom Fletcher went to Shafter and graduated in '47, and then when he got Jesse and Ellis to go to Arizona State, then he moved on and he coached for the New England Patriots.
Yeah,
and he was a young kid from Buttonwillow.
Yeah, I thought didn't he drive his car from Buttonwillow or?
Yeah, that I don't know. I don't know all that story, but I do know that he was from Buttonwillow, and was had quite a career and was very influential to get Ellis and Bradford to go to Arizona State.
Yeah, and before that there was Paul Cato that went to Fresno State.
Paul Cato was another outstanding athlete,
and
football, basketball, and track, and
a great educator. He's got a school named after him in Bakersfield.
Yes, he was in the class of '51, and from people that I know from that class, I've never heard anybody say anything but what a great human being.
He was on that team that beat Wasco 60-0, and the first song I ever learned, I think my sister taught it to me, was "Burn the Tigers." And it was from that. She worked on the yearbook at that time, so.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is.
Are
You
you
know,
glad? Are you glad you grew up in Shafter?
I wouldn't change it for anything.
It is something special. I mean, there are so many small towns all across the United States, and it makes it special.
They do.
And we have something special here.
And, you get people like, I was talking to a former official down there, and he said, you always like to come to Shafter. It was a great place to come and work. And substitute teachers, it's a great place to come and substitute. It's just, there's something special about it.
Yeah, we have a lot of our staff members, whether they're clerical, custodial, teachers, or Shafter grads, and the kids know it.
Yeah.
There's a buy-in, and they truly know it. And so it's, it is good.
And this coaching staff is filled with Shafter graduates.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Prucci's done a good job building this program, hasn't he?
Well, he's as good as you get. I don't think there's anyone better around.
Yeah, we talked to his wife last week, and what they've done to immerse themselves in the community has been so instrumental. And it's just a carryover of folks like yourself and what you've brought to the community, what you bring to the campus, and it's always a pleasure to see you around. And
Thank you.
And I appreciate your information, your insight, and your input, Gary. We're getting ready to start the second half. Any words as a former coach? What do you think Shafter has to look for in the second half?
I think they've solved the problem that they had early on, and I think they'll move the ball and come out with a win.
Well, from HQTV, this is Doug Thompson saying you heard it from Gary Kern. Gary, we really appreciate you taking your time to come up here. And as a former general, you are such an inspiration to so many people here because of who you are. And it's a privilege to know you.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
All right, man. Hey, thanks again so much.
Okay.
Get down there and root for the Generals.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, that's Gary Kern, and we're getting ready for the second half. Well, Sharia, what do you think about Mr. Kern there?
I don't know Mr. Kern as well as you, but ever since I've been here, I see Mr. Kern everywhere and learned his name very quick. And you know what what you were talking about Shafter being a special place, it's absolutely true. I got blessed to get an interview here and hired here, and started my teaching career here and coaching career here, and I don't ever want to leave.
Well, that's good because, again, the fact that you're out coaching softball, and didn't you help out with another sport when you first started?
I did. So my first year, there were no openings for what I wanted to coach. And at the time, you were the athletic director, and I just wanted to get my foot in the door. So I wanted to coach basketball. And so you got me connected with Mr. Sean Pennell, and I just went and said, hey, you don't need to pay me. You don't need to hire me. I just want to coach with you. And Coach Pennell so graciously let me in, and I coached basketball with him for 5 years. And I even got a little taste of tennis for a year, which I had no idea what I was doing, but I had a great time with Coach Sharp, and coached basketball and softball for 5 years, both seasons. And after 5 years, started working with varsity on softball and decided I need to stick with that.
Speaking of softball, before we kick off, you guys have done a great job, you and Coach Garcia, building that program up to where now you're one of the perennial powers in the SSL, and that's really exciting. Okay, we just got through kicking off here. JJ has the ball on the right-hand side. He makes a nice
tackles.
cut. Coming upside on the right. Nice return. A tough 15-yard return, but it gives the Generals a good field position. And, again, another fine example. He got hit a few times, kept his feet moving, had his shoulder pads lateral, and and just moving up the field. The ball spotted at the Shafter 36-yard line.
Absolutely. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments are made from both teams here.
There's Koa in the backfield. They hand the ball off to Koa. He's met immediately. Looks like there's a fumble. Looks like there's a fumble in the play. Everybody stopped, but I think we got lucky there. I think that they whistled the ball dead. They did. And in football, when the whistle blows, the play is dead. No gain. Koa was stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage by number 72.
If anything, looks like we
Fuentes.
lost about a yard there.
Yep, second and 11. Osborne back to pass, looking deep again. He's got a receiver downfield. Number 7 makes the
Connects.
catch in stride. It looks like, he's tripped up. But he falls
And
for a
he-
touchdown.
he
What a
makes
nice
it.
job. Nice job. Jesus Figueroa. Jesus has done a great job on defense. Turns right around, does a nice job on offense. What a nice pass play.
What a great second effort there. He gets tripped up, and you kind of see him stretch to get in that end zone.
Yes. Play was good for about 63 yards, 64 yards. Nice pass, nice catch, and a nice rack. RAC, run after catch. Little hesitation, but the kick is up.
You know, I don't know how close it's getting to that scoreboard, but you got to think that's a worry over there with the ball being kicked that way.
You know, it's hard to say from here. They were talking about putting a net up to protect it. And the way that Guerrero's kicking the ball, that might not be a bad idea because compared to last week, he's really kicking the ball with a lot more authority. And that was a nice job of Figueroa holding the ball. Those holders are the unsung heroes. And the snap was a little bit low. But again, nice job with a hold. And that puts the Generals up on top, 21-7 with 11:15. 45 seconds into the third quarter.
Yeah, and you got to think with Ernesto, I believe it's his first year kicking, so for the football team. So you got to think there's some nerves there that he's got to work out, and maybe you can see him getting a little bit more comfortable.
Well, we have Guerrero set the kickoff deep for Chavez. Is again number 3. That's Contreras. Number 21, Ochoa.
Yeah, right away we saw an adjustment and a great pass and connection there. Let's see what Chavez has offensively.
Keeping the ball away from Ochoa. Getting the outside. He got around to the right side, up the sideline. Oh, what a tackle. Number 10. That was number 2, Garcia, not Contreras. The nice return. About a 23-yard return for knocked out of bounds by number 10, Joel Garza. And that's something the coaches don't want to see, is a good return after a touchdown.
No, absolutely. And then you go to the right side to try and contain, and he turns around and goes to the other side of the field and found some open territory.
1st and 10 at the Chavez 42-yard line. They start back to the ball, get the ball to number 28. Runs hard. Looks like Rossetti had his hands on him, but number 28 kept running hard, brought down by Roman Amador, number 24. A gain of 5, 2nd and 5. The ball is at the Chavez 46-yard line. 47-yard line. Once again, give the ball number 28. He finds a hole, makes a cut, and there he goes. He's off and running. Here comes the race. He's brought down by Koa. Not before A nice pickup. 42, 43 yards on the carry. We talked earlier before the start of the game. He was a dangerous runner, and right there he just showed it. First and goal, the ball at about the 7-yard line, 8-yard line.
That O-line opened up a great hole for him, and he took advantage of that.
Yes, he did. Now in the backfield for Chavez is number 6. Fernandez. Oh, what a great push by the line for Chavez.
Looks like they're going to call him down just short.
That was Ochoa again. The ball's just at the 1-yard line, maybe slightly inside the 1. Second and goal. Quarterback sneak. He's driving. Looks like he might be pushed back. Oh, looked like there's a scramble. But no, they call it a dead. There's a timeout.
No, I couldn't see who was in on that, but dare I say Geronimo Ceja. Was he in there?
Well, I couldn't tell if it was Ceja or number 56, Gutierrez, but there was a quarterback sneak, and the quarterback came up a little bit limpy. There's a slight loss in the play. That was a nice stand by the Generals.
So coming up on third down, 3rd and 2, looks about.
Maybe not saying about more at the 1-yard line. They were just inside the 1. Looks like they're at the 1 now. Hard to say from our angle. But 3rd and goal.
Definitely got to be ready for everything. I can see a fake handoff coming with a little pass to the corner.
Yeah, they've got 2 guys top. They're spread out. They've got Garcia, the lone back. Oh, they're going. It's the Wildcat. He's gonna run it. Here comes the middle.
What
and
a
he gets
great
stopped.
play.
Nice. Oh, the fumble.
They're calling him
They're
down.
calling down. Roman Amador made a nice tackle. They had it. Number 2 was in the old Wildcat. He was definitely going to run the ball. He was not normal quarterback. Brings up 4th and goal. Again, we're just inside the 1-yard line. Clock is running, 8:50 in the 3rd quarter. And it looks like they're going to stay in the Wildcat. As Morales, the regular quarterback, is on the sideline. They better hurry up. They might get a delay game here. It's Garcia in at quarterback. Flag on the play. Timeout called by Chavez. A little mix-up. They faked the dive, was going to give it to number 6, going around on they call the old fly sweep, Nathan Fernandez.
Well, you don't want to use your timeouts this early, but when you're 4th down 1 yard, you want to get a score here, so they want to make sure they got the right play called.
Here's where the all that weight training in the weight room comes into play. If the big boys on defense can get their pad level a little bit lower than the boys on offense and stand them up, let the linebackers feel and do their job. Here we go, 4th and goal. Garcia is still at quarterback. Look for him to run or hand off. Here he goes. He keeps the ball up the middle. Touchdown. Fake the fly sweep. Keeps the ball. Goes up. Does a nice job. Nice run. Nice little drive. Chavez scores with 8:19 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Well, both teams come out first possession. and score a touchdown. So looking like both teams had some good adjustments at half.
Yeah, Chavez came out and they moved the ball down running. It looked like Shafter had the running game figured out, but Chavez moved the ball on the ground and got good push from their linemen. Fernandez's kick is up, and it is good. 21-14, 8:19 to go in the third quarter. Well, we need to see what Shafter can do now. I'm sure both teams did a good job of scouting because they've kept the ball away from Jesse Bernal. Likewise, Shafter's kept the ball away from Ochoa. But last time, J.J. Vasquez had a nice return. Fernandez again set to kick the ball off. Low kick this time. It will be returned by Bernal. Dancing up the middle, brought down by number 5, Leo Avila. Shafter will take over 1st and 10 on about the 30-yard line. And that's where they spot it.
Yep. Well, let's see how the Generals respond here after scoring on their first drive after the half.
The ball to Koa looks like up the middle on the left side of center. No gain. Brought down by number, can't see his number 23 for Chavez. That's Matthew Guerra. Koa gets a 1-yard pickup, 2nd and 9. The ball just past the general 30-yard line. Sloan back to pass, got Sloan downfield, just slightly overthrown.
And Sloan had a step on the defender there, but just overthrown by Osborne. Probably one he'd like to have back there.
The official timeout. We have another player down for Chavez. Like number 51 is down as Jonathan Garcia. We can't tell. It's his leg, but don't know if it's a cramp. Let's just hope it's nothing serious. He's getting up and walking a little gingerly, but under his own power, so let's hope he can get back out there and play. Brings up 3rd down and 9. You know, you would hope it's just a cramp, and if it is, it's curious because, again, it's not very hot today. In fact, it's a very nice fall afternoon.
Yes, very nice. But, you know, a little bit shorter of a week for all these guys by a day, so I don't know if that has a factor in it, but you would think not as many cramps.
Pass was intended for number 7, Jesus Figueroa. Looked like they were trying to do like a little slip screen there on the right side. The ball just fell incomplete, brings up a 4th down. So Shafter does not respond. They have to punt the ball away. And with 7 minutes and 21 seconds, they are punting the ball and back for Chavez. Looks like it's that Contreras or Garcia. Can't quite tell.
Yeah, I can't quite tell if that's number 2 or number 3.
It's number 2. Around the right side, he slips one tackler. Gets another, is down to the 50. Nice run, nice cut. Number 3, Alex Aguirre on the tackle. That's the second time tonight he's picked up the ball. And that was number 2, Joseph Garcia, picked up the ball, and he had a nice little 16, 17-yard return. Brings the ball past midfield into Shafter territory, 1st and 10.
And again, looks like the Generals have great positioning, and Chavez just shakes a couple tackles and gains more yards than Shafter would like to see.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be reviewing that play a lot in team films.
Yeah, Monday will be fun.
Okay, Morales is back at quarterback as well as Gonzalez in the backfield. To give this to Gonzalez, left side again. With the same play, they got that big run on, brought down initially by number 7. Is that Aguirre? And he looks like, Figueroa, and he's came off the pile looking a little bit like he got maybe kicked in the leg. 2nd and 4, a nice pickup of 6. Once again, the left side. Okay, Rossetti breaks a tackle, but not before number 28 again. Israel Gonzalez. They found something on the left offensive side of the line. Nice pickup of about 15 yards for a first down. So they've gone from the 45 down to about the 20 in 2 plays.
Yeah, Chavez offensive line's doing a great job, and the Generals missing some key tackles here.
They place the ball to 19. Here comes a fly sweep again. Ochoa. This time he's run out of bounds by number 2 for Shafter, Marion Sloan.
Quick movement by the photographer there on the sideline. She was pretty close to getting in that football play as well.
Well, they're getting a good lesson on sideline photography. That's a good job by the Generals stringing it out to hold Ochoa, who's a dangerous runner, to no gain. 2nd and 10. The clock was stopped out of bounds. 6:08 in the 3rd quarter. Chavez on the move, deep inside the General territory. Going to hand off. 28, Israel makes a nice cut. I tell you what, Gonzalez is showing why he's a dangerous runner, and that's the 3rd consecutive time he's handled the ball coming off the left side of their offensive line. Pick up enough for the first down. The ball is inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal.
Again, Shafter missing some key tackles here, which is hurting them.
Yeah, he's a good runner. Once again, there goes Gonzalez. Finds a hole, and looks like he's in for a touchdown. He is. That's a very nice run. That was a great block. On the right side of the line, there was a hole wide enough to drive a truck through, and all of a sudden, just like that, the score is going to be tied pending this point after try.
You know, hats off to that offensive line on Chavez. They made some adjustments, and they're finding some gaps, and that running game is strong this second half.
Yeah, well, and you're right. It's interesting how it took the first half. Chavez came in as a dangerous running team, and they got shut down, and their passing game is what kept their offense. Now in the second half, their running game has got going, and they've had 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, and the score is tied with 5:33 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Titans 21, the Generals 21. Again, just to remind all of you, next week is homecoming. And I hope that in talking with Mr. Kern during halftime helps generate some interest in coming out and reminiscing, seeing the new facilities, the all-weather track, new bleachers, a scoreboard. Our live streaming will continue. I know our studio kids are getting better and better each week. So exciting things here at Shafter. don't forget to come out for homecoming next week.
Yeah, and I know last week was the first home game, and of course we're home again tonight, but I believe they marked that as the official grand opening of the stadium for homecoming there.
Here's a kickoff. Taken by Jesse Bernal. He's up the middle. He finds an opening. Oh, what a nice tackle. The ball's loose. The ball is loose, and I think it was recovered by Shafter. Bernal had a seam, accelerated, but a nice hit.
By number 6 there.
Number 6 there, if that's right. That's Nathan Fernandez. Falling on the ball to prevent losing it was number 8. That's Luciano Bernias.
Yeah, you thought Jesse Bernal was going to take that a little bit further, but number 6 makes a great play to stop him in his tracks.
It was like Bernal came up limping a little bit. Oh, no, that's Bernias. He must have got hit when he recovered the ball, but that's a nice job of that young man.
Yeah.
Shafter 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Sloan looking across the middle. He has what a nice
Sloan.
Catch. There's Sloan.
And
he's running
still
still.
with him.
I tell you what, that young man has shown some real athleticism. Right there was a nice 35-yard gain and a nice pass by the freshman. Freshman to freshman. Shafter has the ball 1st and 10. Here comes the replay. You can see this coming across here. The pocket steps up. Nice catch.
Koa Rhodes
Right there
finds
goes
a
Koa.
hole. He's going to try and get to the
got
corner.
One man. Oh, what a nice slip step.
And he's in there.
Just like that. Bang, bang. Shafter scores. I tell you, on that one replay, it showed the pass. What a nice job by the offensive line. And nice job for Ezekiel Osborne. Step up in the pocket and hit his open man, Sloan, across the middle. And then right there was a great run by Koa.
Great team effort all around there. Good pass. Sloan refused to go down to get 5 extra yards. And Koa finds the end zone.
The kick is good. Nice hold, nice kick. So Shafter marches right back down the field and scores the touchdown with 4:56 in the third quarter. Shafter on top, 28-21.
Well, you got to think if this keeps going, really is going to be a shootout here at the end of the game.
You know, it's what we were talking about, how both teams seem like they're kind of feeling each other out and trying to figure out which way to make things happen, and they're making them happen right now. And it's going to get down to like what you've been saying all night. Who's going to make the big mistake, and then which team, and in high school football especially, which line is going to control both sides? Is it going to be, is Shafter going to control both sides of the ball, or will Chavez? This is going to be a good football game. Once again, you got Ochoa back deep, and Garcia for Chavez. Short kick this time to the up man. Okay, that was odd. He called a fair catch. I think they're going to get him for it.
Yeah.
He called a fair catch, then took off running, albeit it wasn't much of a run, but they're going to discuss it. That was number 11, Miguel Ramirez. He gave a fair catch signal. Officials talking it over. Yeah, an illegal fair catch. The 5-yard penalty moves the ball back to the Chavez 30-yard line. But 5 yards is 5 yards.
Yeah. Hey, number 11 probably wasn't expecting that ball to go to him there either.
No. And that's, again, you These are youngsters. Here we go. 1st and 10. Gonzalez in the backfield. Gets the ball to the left side. This time Shafter is waiting. That's a nice job there. Got Seha, Lazzetti. They said, no more this time. But there's an old saying, you keep trying something until it gets stopped. Well, that time the General stopped it. 1 yard loss, make it 2nd and 11.
Yeah, great defensive stance there.
Receiver is caught. I mean, nice little toss.
Looked like that might have been tipped or nearly tipped there.
He has a soft pass. It was to number 33, Moises Moreno, and he was hit immediately and hit hard. But still, a 4-yard gain, be 3rd and 6. Once again, for both sides of the ball, a big play. These third downs are all big, and especially in these close games. Hand off to Gonzalez, left side again. This time Shafter's waiting. What a nice job. What a very nice job. This time they weren't going to sit around and wait. Seha was there along with Roman Amador in the bottom of the pile, and he might have taken the worst hit of all. But Seha just body slammed Gonzalez.
Seha is having a great game tonight. His name keeps coming up.
Yeah, I'm sure to the chagrin of the Chavez coaching staff. 4th and 5. Nice job by the Shafter Generals defense as they hold Chavez as they kick. It's a high punt. Marion Stone returns it, and he's dropped immediately by number 28. You know, you see a lot of these good athletes going both ways, and had the young freshman, Marion Sloan, back there on the receiving end. Returns it for about a half yard. But nice job by Israel Gonzalez in the stop. Shafter does take over 1st and 10 on their 36-yard line.
Yeah, it's very physically demanding to be on both sides of the ball. That's where all those off-season workouts and summer 2 days or those tough days you start to be thankful for.
Yes, 2:45 to go in the third quarter. Osborne again looking deep. He's got a man open. It's caught. I tell you what, Shafter has Jesus Figueroa. You know, there's been several of these young men have made big contributions. Figueroa's been one of those, both offensively and on defense, as well as holding the PATs. He had to hold it just a little bit, or otherwise he might have caught that in stride and gone all the way. But nice throw, a pickup of about 32 yards, 1st and 10. This time the ball is handed off on the left side. That was Joel Garza. Maybe a yard. Brought down by number 72. Looked like they're Juan Fuentes.
Yeah, and you see Chavez locking down those receivers like Jesse Bernal. So it gives that opportunity for receivers like Jesus Figueroa to step up even more.
And, you know, you're right. That really helps out Shafter down the road, giving the quarterback confidence that he has other receivers.
Yeah.
Right there is number 2, Marion Sloan. Quarterback did a nice job, like a little hitch out there for his wideout, and I think it caused the secondary to kind of freeze a little bit. And Sloan came across and made a nice reception. A pickup of about 8 yards, 3rd and 2. There's a timeout.
Chavez is going to take their second
timeout. With 1:39.
Still in the third quarter, and the way this game is going, you may want those timeouts in the pocket still. So Not sure if they saw something they didn't like and wanted to adjust on this 3rd and short.
Yeah, this has been a nice little drive. A couple good short passes, a couple little quick runs, nothing big. Well, they did have the one pass, down the field to Sloan, to Figueroa. And like you were saying earlier, last week for Shafter was Alex Aguirre was the big playmaker, and so they're trying to take the ball away from him, I'm sure, and it opens up for other receivers. And it's good to see the young quarterback being able to spot the open man.
Yeah.
Coa's in the backfield. 3rd, no. Short 3, long 2. Give us to Koa. He's got the first down, keeps his feet moving and more. Very nice job by Koa. First down for Shafter, brought down by number 23. That's Matthew Guerra. But they move the chains. The ball is just outside the 10-yard line. Minute 25 and counting. 1st and 10. You have to think down here, Prucci's going to, if this is definitely 4-down territory.
Yeah, definitely, especially the way that this game is going.
Koa in the backfield. Osborne rolling out, throwing deep in the corner, intended for J.J. Vasquez, overthrown. He had a receiver, but the ball was just overthrown.
Yeah, that's a tough pass to make, just kind of dropping it in the corner there. But sometimes you miss those. And
yeah, I mean, he was rolling out, and for a young quarterback, that's hard to throw on the run and be accurate.
Absolutely.
Takes practice. But tonight, the young Osborne, in fact, the freshman kids tonight have really stepped up and played big. That was Koa. Nearly got dropped in the backfield by number 6, Nathan Fernandez, but he sidestepped him, gained about it, turned a 2-yard loss into a half-yard gain. 3rd and 9. The ball is at the 10-yard line. Oh, Sloan has nowhere to go. Osborne, Ezekiel Osborne, the quarterback, dropped for a loss all the way back to the 20. It looked like he might have had Koa open on the left side. Here come the Generals. They're going to go for a field goal. Let's see if Coach Maldonado will be proud of his kicker. This will be about a 37-yard attempt. Third quarter ends. That was a fast quarter, thanks in part to Chavez running the ball so much. As we enter the fourth quarter, Shafter is on top, 28-21. We come back in just a minute. Shafter will be attempting what looks like will be about a 37-yard field goal. So, we talked about adjustments, and you coach softball. During the game, in softball, you don't have quarters. Like baseball, you have innings. But during the game, you make your adjustments too, don't you?
Absolutely, especially up to bat. You see the opposing pitcher, and we tell our girls after you've been through the first time, you should be picking up on what she's pitching. And the girls are constantly talking to each other, and yeah, you make your adjustments and throughout the game, and hopefully make them quicker than later, and make things happen during the game.
I always say the high school field goal is one of the most excruciating things to watch as a coach, because you can get a block, return for a touchdown, you can make it, you can miss it. So many things could happen, but it's exciting. Here we go, 37-yard attempt by Ernesto Guerrero. The kick is up. It looks like it could be good. Nope.
No good.
A little wide to the left. Just wide. Trying to look for the positive. Good snap, good placement. Just, a little wide. Sometimes these young kickers, they don't understand. They should that they can make this kick just like it's a PAT.
Yeah.
But they'll sometimes get excited, and especially if you're a sidewinder like that, have a tendency to kind of, hook the ball. So Chavez takes over 1st and 10 on their 20-yard line. The fourth quarter is just underway. That'd have been a big score if the Generals could have put 3 points on the board to make it a 11 or 10-point lead. We got Gonzalez in the backfield. He's really come alive here in the second half. They give it to Gonzalez at the left side again. This time he is held. Number 56. He had Joe Gutierrez had a hold of him and was saying, stop, just stop. And he did stop because right there was Seha coming down ready to put the pedal to the metal.
Oh, yeah.
Gain of 2.5, 3. 2nd and 8, the ball at the 22-yard line.
Chavez kind of trying to find that running game again.
Yeah, at the beginning of the second half, they really found some lanes on that left side of the offensive line. 4 receivers out. Quarterback back to pass. Comes at rush. Okay, right there was outstanding job. Once again, Figueroa.
Great pressure.
Great pressure with Figueroa and number 56, Joe Gutierrez. And out there defending, number 3, Alex Aguirre, almost had an interception. Had he jumped another 3 inches?
Yeah, he would have had that a little bit.
It looked like they were trying to set up
more.
a screen and just didn't quite work out.
Yeah, great pressure again by number 7 and had the quarterback scrambling there for Chavez Morales.
Again, 3rd and 8. Once again, back to pass, looking deep. I tell you what, tight coverage that time. The ball was intended for number 1, Christopher Martinez. Marion Sloan was tight on the coverage. The ball falls incomplete. Shafter's defense holds, forcing a punt by Chavez. In the punt for Chavez, Nathan Fernandez. And deep, Marion Sloan.
I'm sure a lot of these guys don't come out, but man, Marion Sloan, he's staying in the whole game. He's special teams.
He's going to get a return here. He starts at the 45 up the middle, and he's brought down quickly after about a 6-yard return, number 13. That's Luis Alvarez, quickly on the tackle. Shows a lot of confidence, and the coaches have these young freshmen. You have Rossetti on defense. You have a quarterback, Ezekiel Osborne. You have a receiver, defensive back, Marion Sloan, and returning punts. 1st and 10, the ball just at the 49-yard line of Chavez. 10:48 left in the game. Shafter on top, 28-21. Again, Osborne back to pass, looking deep. He's got a receiver as Figueroa had a step, just overthrown. That was a nice job. There was pressure coming on the quarterback, but it was a nice job by the line creating that pocket, and the young Osborne steps up inside and makes he has a nice spiral when he throws the ball.
I've been pretty impressed with both quarterbacks on both sides of the ball, but as a freshman here at number 1, Osborne.
There's the ball. Koa has it. Nice cut. Another good cut. Feet is still running. Tell you what, that was a really nice run. A good block by the line to get Koa to that second level. Then he made 2 nice moves, changed the direction.
Yeah, very quick changes of direction there. My goodness, gains plenty for a first down.
Pickup of 25 yards in the play, and that puts the ball at the 30-yard line of Chavez. 1st and 10 for Shafter. 10-10 in the game as the clock just starts. Here's Cole again up the middle. Hit immediately but keeps his feet moving. That was a nice little run there. 56 met him head on, but Koa kept his feet moving. That was number 56 for Chavez. That's Nicholas Sauceda. Pick up of 4 yards, 2nd down and 6. In the game right now for Shafter, number 24, Rafael Roman Amador. Now, Koa bruised his knee last week. What a nice run right there by Rafael. He was hit at the line initially, but kept his feet moving and did a nice job to pick up enough for a first down. Brought down by number 62 for Chavez. That's Juan Aldaz. Now right now it looks like Shafter's winning the battle of the line. They're really getting a good push, and the running backs are running hard.
Absolutely. Those running backs are getting great second pushes and gaining an extra 3 to 5 yards at the end of the play.
Roman Amador still in the backfield for Shafter. He gave this to Roman Amador, cuts to the right side.
Oh, great tackle.
Oh, there's a flag. Trying to see if we can see. It looks like they're going to get a hold on Shafter. Amador comes up a little limpy.
That was a great open field tackle by Chavez there. Even though we have a flag on the play, that was a great defensive play.
Yes, it was. There was holding against Shafter. Moves the ball back 10 yards. 1st and 20. The ball's just inside the Chavez 30-yard line. They'll place it at the 28.5. 8:47 to go in the game. Shafter on top. There's a timeout in the field. Looks like Shafter is taking a timeout. This has turned out to be a very interesting second half. You see, again, we've talked about this. Chavez coming out in the first half, coming into the game as a running team. They can't get it going. They come out throwing the ball. Then the second half, they get the running game going. And then Shafter comes out very slow, but the start of the second half really picks things up, as did Chavez. And we have a tight game. It's like you said, you were, I think, very correct there, Sheree. You're going to get down here to where the team that doesn't make the big mistake will come out on top.
Absolutely. And with, just under 9 minutes going here, Generals have 2 timeouts. Titans have 1. And the Generals keep running the ball. That clock's going to wind down pretty quick.
Osborne keeps the ball. He's tripped up quickly. Number 6 for Chavez. He's been all over tonight. Nathan Fernandez. He's one of their big playmakers. Maybe a loss of a yard at 2nd down and probably 22 yards to go. Once again, the no-huddle offense get placed on the side. This kind of sometimes really puts kinks on the defense. Pressure. Number 23 came flying up the middle. This is Matthew Guerra. He put the hit on Osborne. Osborne seemed to got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah.
Almost made a completion there to JJ.
Yeah, number 23 there was letting Osborne know that he's here. And, it wasn't a sack, but Osborne's going to remember him.
Timeout Shafter. 8:07 to go in the game. Brings up 3rd and 24. That loss was for a little more than originally thought. I can't, well, we'll see what kind of yardage they get in this 3rd down play. but I can't see Coach Perucci going for it on 4th down. I can see him maybe trying to do a little, what they call the old pooch kick. They try and pin Chavez deep in their territory.
Yeah. And depending if the Generals get some yardage here, I think you might throw in the kicker and try and get 3 more points. If you can, you want to try and make it a 2-possession game.
Oh, definitely. If they get the ball down inside the 25-yard line, I can see them maybe attempting another field goal. Oh my gosh, the ball is intercepted on a screen pass. And look, he's going to go to the house. It's going to be a touchdown for Chavez.
Wow, what
They're
a
going
big
for a screen,
play.
and Osborne got hit just as he threw the ball, number 33 for Chavez. Moises Moreno takes the ball all the way for a score. Talk about a turnaround.
Wow, and that was huge for Chavez. What a great defensive play. Somebody gets through again, and Osborne is going to get hit as he throws it and knows it, and unfortunately throws a pick there. And Chavez with a big score, and we're about to have a tie game if they make this extra point.
Yep, this PAT is big. And again, Nathan Fernandez, he's everywhere for Chavez, into an attempt to kick. Holding as their quarterback, Santana Morales. This is big. I think it just snuck through.
Just made it.
Boy, just made it. That ball, if the right goalpost had whiskers, it just got shaved.
My goodness, what a great play by Chavez defense. They needed that momentum swing, and just under 8 minutes, we got ourselves a game. It's been a game, but back to a tie ball game.
Yeah, this is exactly what the coaches were afraid of, but yet were expecting. Chavez is, they came in 2-2. They've had a couple of good wins, a couple of tough losses.
Yeah.
And Shafter has a young team, but it's been a very good game, and
it has. And as a coach, you get frustrated with some of these plays, but you kind of look back and sometimes you want games like this early in the year, especially with young players. You want them to deal with adversity so that when we get later into the season, games like this don't seem so scary, and those nerves get calmed a little bit more.
Here we go. Let's see what kind of return we can get. Ball's
kick.
Going deep. It's going to be a touchback. And it is a touchback. Shafter will take over in the 20-yard line with 7:51 remaining in the game. We're all knotted up at 28 apiece. And this will be interesting to see how this young freshman quarterback responds. When you throw a pick six, especially on an attempted screen pass, that normally doesn't happen. But it did, and so let's see. Let's see what the freshman can do.
Absolutely, and Chavez defense, credit to them. They're breaking through and putting pressure on Osborne there and creating a little havoc.
Yeah, right there. Koa had the ball, hit immediately by number 52 for no gain, maybe a yard. Chavez, that's Andres Rodriguez. They gave him a loss in the gave him about a yard and a half. Call it 2nd and long 8. Well, there answers your question. They have confidence in the young freshman. He placed the ball out to where nobody could get it except for Shafter attempted for Figueroa, and he just didn't quite get to it.
Great effort by Figueroa, laying out to try and get that ball, but just a little bit too far from his outstretched hands there.
they replaced the ball. They show Koa with a loss of 2. It's 3rd and 12, not 3rd and 8. Once again, Osborne's back to pass, looking across the middle.
Oh,
Once
man.
again, just outside the reach of number 22, J.J. Vasquez. And that, just like that, Shafter has to punt the ball away.
Great effort by both receivers laying out to try and make that play, but just wasn't quite there. But, hey, Osborne getting back in there, making some good throws after getting hit hard twice in the previous series.
Once again, we have Guerrero back to kick. Oh, the ball goes over his head. He picks it up, still gets it away. What a nice effort.
And
Takes a
gets the
Shafter bounce. I tell you what a great effort by number 4 Guerrero. He just saved the day. It could have been either a 2-point safety, or had he just given up and Chavez falls on it, they get a quick 7 points, just like that. So he turns a total disaster just into a great field position.
Great play, yeah.
great play by our kicker.
Yeah, great heads-up play, and the ball almost gets back to where Guerrero was set up to receive on the punt. So works out for Shafter. Let's see if their defense can hold here.
1st and 10 for Chavez. They're inside Shafter territory to 48-yard line. Here comes a sweep to Ochoa to the left side. After a gain of about maybe 2 yards, met there and brought down a hard tackle. Rossetti was there, along with was that Sloan there?
You can quite see on
Nope,
that
number
other
9.
side.
That was number 9. Jonathan Escobedo and Rossetti, number 33. Here comes a toss, this time to Gonzalez to the right. He's body slammed hard. A nice quick run. He gained about 3 yards. The ball is just inside the Shafter 45. He's brought down hard. They place it at the 43-yard line. 3rd and about 4. Another big play for the Shafter defense. And another big play for the Chavez offense. We're tied up. 6:06 in the game. There's Gonzalez on the left side. He finds a hole. He keeps his feet moving. It looks like he has enough for a first down. What a nice run by number 28, Gonzalez. Brought down by number 3 for Shafter, Alex Aguirre. Still, they're moving it. They move the sticks. 1st and 10. The ball is placed at the Shafter 39-yard line. 5:40 to go in the game. All knotted up, 28 apiece. This time a pass caught to the outside. Nice quick pass, complete to number 3, Gavin Contreras.
Moves the chains, and Chavez is marching right up the field here.
They are. That was a very quick hitter. Gain of 11 yards, stops the clock, 1st and 10. The ball is at the Shafter 26, 27-yard line. 1st and 10. Once again, back to pass. This time he hits the receiver again. That's number 3. Contreras to the right side. Covered by J.J. Vasquez, but not before he gains 8 yards, 7 yards. It's run out of bounds, stop the clock. The ball is placed just inside the 20. 2nd and 3. 5:20 to go in the game. To get to Gonzalez up the middle, and this time he's hit really hard. Number 56 for Shafter was right there, Joel Gutierrez. A loss of 1.5. That's going to be 3rd and 4. The ball's out at the 20-yard line. Clock is moving. 4:55. Quarterback rolling out to his left. Hits a slot man, number 33. Another first down. He's tackled around the 5-yard line. That's old Moises again. He's the young man that had the touchdown interception for the pick six, Moises Moreno. He was at the slot on the left side of the line. The ball's placed at about the 7-yard line. First and goal, 4:40 to go in the game. Gonzalez in the backfield. They give it to Gonzalez on the right side. He's moving, keeps his feet still moving. Now the pile like a rugby scrum. He's finally brought down. Still move forward. They're going to be at about the 1, maybe 2-yard line. Second and goal. Right now, Chavez is getting a big push. And they got some good sized linemen up there.
Yeah. They've been marching this ball down the field and are inching closer to that goal line there.
Again, the Gonzalez, the right-hand side. He gets across. It's a touchdown for Chavez with 4:02. Chavez has scored 14 points in the last 5-6 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great series by Chavez. They just kept running that ball, making great plays, and getting the end zone there.
Yeah, the quarterback, again, he came into the game not known for being a good passer, but they've made some nice completions, especially in the second half. They've run the ball. The line has really been getting some good get-offs. Here's the PAT. It is good, just barely cleared the crossbar, but with 4 minutes and 2 seconds left in the game, Chavez, for the first time, takes the lead tonight, 35-28.
It's going to be interesting to see how Shafter responds to this, being down with 4 minutes left in the game. Both teams 1 timeout left, and as we thought, this one's coming down to the end here.
Yeah, this is going to be a real good test for the Generals. The line's got to get a good push. The running back, quarterbacks, they've got to make their plays. You've got Koa going deep, JJ Vasquez going deep for Shafter. I'm sure we'll see number 6, Nathan Fernandez, getting ready to kick off for Chavez. Kind of a double-edged sword here. Chavez doesn't want to kick deep to these two guys because they're both capable of taking it to the house, but at the same time, you don't want to do a little short kick and give Shafter great field position because the Generals have shown they can score quickly.
Yes.
Kick is deep again, this time taken by Koa. He starts about the 5-yard line and coming up to the middle. Hit hard and brought down by number 14, Jorge Angulo. But Shafter will take over at about the 24-yard line, maybe 25-yard line, depending upon the spot. Here comes the replay. The kicker is really kicking the ball much better.
Yeah, that was a great kick.
You can see there, here comes Koa, and nice return, good tackle.
All right, well, let's see how the Generals respond, being 1 score down with under 4 minutes to go.
Delay handoff to Koa. Come up the middle, keeps his feet moving. Nice run. A pickup of about 7-8 yards. Again,
Another time you think Koa is going to get tackled and he gains a few more yards extra, and it's going to be key here when we're trying to move the chains.
On the stop, on the stop with 51, Jonathan Garcia for Chavez. 2nd and 3. There's Marion Sloan. Quick inside pass, good enough for about 6-7 yards, but it will pick up a first down. And that's what Shafter has to do, just move the ball, get down and score.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way that Chavez is playing offensively, you don't want to give too much time on the clock to give them the ball.
Yes, that's a good point. 3 minutes. Once again, those go up the middle. Nice little 4-yard gain brought down by number 33, who could turn out to be the hero of the game, Moises Moreno. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. The ball is at the Shafter 45-yard line. Once again, the ball to Koa, coming to the left side. That's a nice cut. Keeps his feet going. What a nice run by Koa there.
Well, he's had some great cuts tonight. He's been tough to tackle tonight.
Yeah, that was a quick 18-yard gain for a first down. The clock is moving. 2:20 and counting. 1st and 10 for Shafter. They're inside Chavez territory. They spot the ball at the 38-yard line.
Got to be smart here. Probably want that big play, but again, got to be smart. Just try and keep moving the chains.
Fake inside to Koa across the middle for a quick hitter. Had the receiver a little bit. It was tough. That had been a great catch. Nice fake inside. Marion Sloan came across the middle on a slant, had him, but just over his fingertips.
Yeah, and great defense there by Chavez. Defender in step with Sloan there. Caused a little pressure.
2nd and 10 to keep the ball on the ground. Nice cut again by Koa. Gets to the outside. Steps out of bounds, stops the clock. A pickup of about 3.5, 4 yards. Be 3rd and 6.
Got a minute 53 on the clock here, so winding down quickly, and General's looking to score and tie this game.
There's across the middle. What a nice pass. What a nice pass by Ezekiel Osborne. Great catch by number 22, J.J. Vasquez.
Yeah, great concentration there because defense was in step with him. He had pressure on him.
You watch the replay here. Little play action. Nice pass. You're right. There's great concentration. 1st and 10. There's a pass to Marion Sloan.
He's in there.
In for a touchdown.
In the corner.
That was just a kind of a lazy pass, but Sloan once again showing his speed and his athleticism. What a nice reception, nice touchdown, nice answer by the Generals.
Yeah, absolutely. Really marched those chains up the field, and then a couple great back-to-back passes to gain and then score a touchdown there.
Generals marched 75 yards in under 2 minutes, and he catch the ball at the 10 and nice little back shoulder.
Now it looks like we're going for 2 here, Doug. We're going to try and get ahead.
I tell you what,
Stadiums, everybody's on their feet.
Coaches are on their feet. It looks like Shafter calls a timeout. So we have a minute 25 in the game. Shafter down 35-34. Okay, what would your dad do? You go for the win or you go for the tie?
You know, that's tough because my dad's a defensive guy. So,
well, he's still a football coach.
He is.
Okay. What would you do? Do you go for the win? Do you go for the tie?
You know, I think based off that drive, you might be able to put together something to get 2 points here. Because a minute 25 with what Chavez has done in the last 2 possessions, scoring, I think, back-to-back 14 points, that's a lot of time on the clock for them. Chavez took a timeout, or no, they still have a timeout. So going for 2 here is probably the best call. You don't want to give Chavez the ball back.
Well, here
with
we
a tie
go.
Game.
Shafter's going for 2. You got Koa in the backfield with Osborne. There's a flag on the play already. Osborne's brought down. I'm going to guess they're going to call a procedure against Shafter. Perhaps, but maybe somebody was offsides. Nope, it's against Shafter. Decline. The try is no good. Chavez maintains their lead, 35-34. I couldn't tell. It looked like I couldn't tell if they were going to just roll out the quarterback to the left side because he got brought down pretty quick. Looking for somebody in the end zone. But now you have to know Shafter's going to go for an onside kick. They have to try an onside kick.
Yeah, they have to here. Generals have no timeouts. Titans have one. So realistically, if Shafter doesn't get the ball back here, Chavez can go in victory formation and let the clock run down on this one.
Yeah.
But tough go for Shafter there. Unfortunately, didn't get that one. But as I was saying, you want to be in these positions early in the season because when you get to this later in the season, you want to be a little bit more tuned up and ready for things like that, especially in playoffs.
Yeah, the Generals tonight have done everything to win but win. And it gets down to what we talked about earlier. Who's going to make that big mistake?
Yeah.
Shafter made the big mistake on that pick, and Chavez took advantage of it, and that's why, unless something happens here in the next minute and 25 seconds, they're in a position to win a really tight game. The onside kick attempt is recovered by number 28, the running back, Gonzalez. So Chavez takes over 1st and 10 at midfield. And unless something really crazy happens, it looks like Chavez can get out of here with a win.
Yep, and man, what a game. You saw a lot of great stuff from both sides. And both sides of the ball as well.
Here they are. They're in their victory formation. Basically take 3 snaps of the ball and the game will be over.
Yep, and barring a miracle here, it's this one is going to be a wrap. And Chavez is going to take it and win by 1 here. Yep.
Well, I'll tell you, Sharia, it was really enjoyable having you up here tonight.
Thank you for having me. I had a great time.
Yeah, it was good. It's too bad to see Shafter come out in the short end of the stick here.
Absolutely.
But, again, tip your hat to Chavez. They took advantage of the one mistake. And that's what happens. Football is a funny shape. It bounces funny ways, and it bounced their way tonight.
Yeah, big league win there for Chavez.
That'll do it. They just took the last snap, and with 30 seconds to go, they do not have to snap the ball again. And good game for the Titans. Good effort by Shafter. Next week, homecoming. Shafter hosts Taft High School. And hope to see you folks out here. Live stream will start about 7:15 again. And for all of you out there, and again on behalf of Sharia Durant, I'm Doug Thompson. This has been HQ TV. We'll see you folks next week.